What is up, everybody? Thank you, Green Can't Read This, for the resub. Anyway, we are now back with FGO collabing with the popular mobile game Fate Grand Order. So unfortunately, they didn't unlock all the costumes today. They unlocked 2 of them. So I think they're going to do 2 a day because this event has literally no content, and so they're trying to milk the little content it has, and they're time gating all of it. Because, dude, this event just, Okay, so this is my Gilgamesh Achilles account. You know, the one ult that's not shit. So we gotta catch up a little bit. We'll check out the new costumes. I haven't really seen them yet. But I'm curious if they put any effort into the animations for them and stuff, so we'll see. Especially Joan of Arc. I think that's the one that's going to be potentially really bad. And yes, obviously I know about the new president for DW, but I'm not talking about that yet because, look, y'all seen it. You fucks have seen it. Green Man talks about a topical topic at the start of the stream, and then for the rest of the stream, everyone asks, hey, Green, what are your thoughts on topical topic? And I have to explain it 80 fucking times, so I'm just gonna wait a minute and we'll get to that in a second. This is a really long chapter here. Also, I like how I said multiple times yesterday and on Discord that I was gonna stream early today because of the Genshin update. And everyone is still like, oh my god, early stream, but I guess some things never change. Why is this event terrible? Like, this event is fucking terrible. It has so little content, it is so dragged out, and everything is so boring. It's just unbelievable. Also, what happened to the pirates, man? Like, feels bad. Rough time. Achilles is an idol again. Makes sense. Yeah, Genshin's update is today. I think it's today. If it's not today, I've made a gross miscalculation. I do kind of want to talk about the new president thing, though, because it does kind of pertain to this event, but I'll give it a minute. Huh, the Ifrits are wearing clothes now. This is all very strange. You know, because they have buster resistance and they're not servants, I feel obligated to use Aya and see if it still kills them. I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll find out. Yeah, I don't know why their clothes aren't burning, to be honest. Good point. What a relevant gimmick. Like, what a relevant gimmick. They're not even servants. They're not even servants, and he still did 100k to each of them. By the way, Gilgamesh was kind of good. Now I wish they were servants. Does that say Hollow War back there? What is that poster on the right? What the hell? Is that Nemo? It's the only character I can think that is that's Nemo. Gilgamesh doesn't keep up with the current content, I know, right? Because, you know, servant bosses are so rare. Once you beat this chapter, though, you unlock the 2 daily costumes. And I'm pretty sure today's is Mevs and Tamcats. I would've, if it was like Ushi's, I would've made a video before streaming, but We don't even know which one's unlocked on what day, so this is going to be very annoying. This background, though. I like the glow sticks. It's actually kind of creative. Wait, why am I buffing? These have 6,000 health. This probably isn't the time to be throwing NPs around. Call me crazy. Here, fuck it, we'll do charisma. I hate that this event is just so bland, and then on top of that, you have to do 3-point ladders. So it's like a giant AP sink, just because. I might as well NP here just to make it simple. I mean, let's be real, these pirates look better than all of the day one character models. You know, we really need to... Do you fight any of those in a free quest? Because I wonder what their NP is. Let's see how much damage Achilles can do here. The ladders will get shorter as the event goes on, though, because you'll have more multipliers and stuff. What the hell? You can see that, like, the stage light moving with DNP. That don't look right. 448. Summer 3 is just too long. I mean, like, the amount of AP required was just too much. Was the main issue. A lot of good rewards from it, though. And the raid fights were fun. What is with this background? I really wish she had gotten a good skill set, but my god, she did not. Yikes. And we lost Zaw. I would say, like, the ending of Summer 3 was fun, but the overall event was a drag. You know, the main story fights were good, the challenge quest was good, the raids were good, but the farming was just boring as fuck. Wait, is this the boss fight? This is probably the boss fight, but it's like nothing, so it doesn't even matter. Hold on one second, I need to refill my water, as I always do. Okay, I guess we can talk about the DW stuff now. So, for the 9 people that don't know, actually it's more like 7, the 7 people that don't know, DW just replaced their president, which is basically their second in command, right under the CEO, and that position's really important because they're more hands-on on projects and stuff than the CEO is, right? So they're one of the most influential people in the company, really. They're gonna have like the most control over like the direction, what they're focusing on, and they pretty much have all the as much influence as they want to have on any projects, right? And it's a guy from Capcom, and from what I have seen of his track record, it's pretty 50-50. You know, he's been involved in plenty of projects that are good, but he's been involved in a lot of projects that are bad, a lot of bad DLC, a lot of, you know, buggy messes of games and things like that. And a lot of people that have worked with him have said he's not easy to work with at all, but he is very, like, into video games. He's not like some corporate shill. You know, he cares about video games, and he, you know, plays video games, and he's in it for the video games. So that's at least something, but his track record is pretty random for, like, the projects that he's worked on. And he's worked on quite a few, actually. And this is also not the boss fight. So, a lot of times when you see a major shift like this, a lot of times it's actually pretty negative, right? Like, even if a company's doing poorly or making bad decisions, a lot of times when a new leader comes in from outside the company, you know, they're not very familiar. Like, he's probably never played FGO in his entire life, right? And now he's in charge of the damn thing. You know, that can be really bad. Like, that can be very, very bad. And a lot of companies, when this kind of thing happens, it does not go well at all. But there is the opportunity of things to get better. And so normally I'd be very worried about this, and I still am. However, I think FGO is in such a bad state, I think DW is in such a bad state, that there's, at this point, might as well risk it, right? Because I feel like if DW just stays as is and is left to their own devices, everything's just going to fall apart and, you know, erode. So it's, you know, I don't think things were ever going to get better with FGO unless something major happened, and so I'm glad something major happened. I suspect, though, this has been in the works for a little while. It probably, you know, didn't take effect until last night, but, you know, these kind of decisions are normally known well in advance by the company and the powers that be. So they've probably known about this for a while. For example, they've probably known that Sakura Wars game was a failure a while ago. You know, they just now announced that they were shutting it down, but they've probably known it was going to die a while ago. And so between their 81% profit drop, the new game doing so badly, you know, FGO dropping in profits a lot, and these kinds of things, I suspect they've been planning this for a while. We probably won't see the effects of it for a bit, right? So you don't normally see whatever this guy starts focusing on, and what he, you know, where he starts hiring and firing, and where the man hours go and where the direction goes. You know, you're not going to see those things affect their projects for a little while, potentially months. But this could potentially be a big, you know, change for things. But I think it's totally possible that the game will get worse or stagnate, or, you know, he's not even going to care about it, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, because again, I don't think he's ever played FGO in his life, and so he may not care about it and wouldn't even know how to fix it or change it or what needs to be prioritized. Might have no idea. And he'll be like, yeah, y'all just do whatever you're doing. I'm gonna go focus on these other games, right? So, you know, this could be a disaster. Like, this really could be a disaster. But there is potential for things to get better, so we'll just have to see. I'm not sure if this even gives points, but I'm gonna keep summoning people that give the point boost. Oh yeah, you have to bring MHX, that's right. Oh joy. And she has to be in the front row. I'm just gonna use the Switch Mystic Code then. Where is she? Probably level 1, yep. I'll level her though, just because she's a foreigner and she's the welfare foreigner, so if you ever have to use one, she's pretty much the one to use. The one bit of hope I have for this change is just the fact that that guy seems to actually care about video games now. You know, his ideas and opinions may not always be good, but at least he gives a fuck about video games, so that's the thing. A lot of higher ups a lot of times don't, and that can be a huge problem. Okay, actually changed that skill animation, so that's a little bit of effort there. Oh yeah, she doesn't buff the team with that skill, so not particularly useful here. The 2-hit invulnerability, I think it is. When you break Mev's health bar, she EMPs, so I'm gonna have Achilles taunt it and invulnerability it. Let's see. You know, Gwen could probably break You know what? Let's just go bap, bap, bap. There we go. 30k HP, such a hard boss. I know, and then like 2-hit invulnerability. This could be a boss. This could be a real boss fight though for someone that's very new to the game, and that's what these are designed for. I don't know why. Imagine making all of your events that where 99% of your players are going to be veterans that have played for like a year or more, and you design every single one of them for people that have started playing the game a week ago. Like almost every fucking event is like that. It makes no sense. And it's like you can fix this with the way they did Good of Final, right? You can fix it easy, but they're too lazy to do that kind of thing. Like, I mean, it doesn't even make sense, right? Like, hardly, if you just started playing the game, right? You've been playing for like a week, you know, this might be an actual, you know, fight, you know, her getting her MP right away and the invulnerability and everything, but if you've been playing for any amount of time, and even if you've been playing for a week, my god, you can use that gameplay system now where you get a free max ascension, right? So, every new account gets that. Kind of curious what the damage is here. Not counterclassing, AoE, if you deserve 100k. So it'd be 200k if she was a berserker or a saber. Oh yeah, I've had countless friends give up on FGO because the early game is so boring and bad and shitty. Yellow's kind of weird because, first off, if you're not fighting servants, he is just AoE. He's very strong AoE, but if you're not fighting servants, he is just straight AoE. And if you are fighting servants, he's not quite single target damage. He really isn't. But he's way ahead of what you would normally see out of AoE damage. He's kind of in this weird in-between. Because for real, if that would have been a counter class, we would have done 200,000 damage, right? And we had buffs from Gwen, but that was it. And Gwen's buffs aren't anything crazy. But that's not, he's a 5-star MP4 level 100, right? You look at a lot of archers like Hot Wheels or, you know, God knows who else, you know, proper single target people. It is not hard for them to do 200k with their MP to their counter class, right? They can generally eclipse it. Then you got like Masashi over there and shit like that hitting her counter class. So he really isn't like on par with single target really, but he's ahead of AoE if that makes any sense. Okay, so you can only buy the 2 costumes, and I don't want to buy either of those. But let's see, does anyone here have those costumes? I think Rex has Tamcat. Let me ask him if he has got that. Yeah, I think it's Mev and Tamcat, and that's it. I actually have Tamcat myself, but she's level like 5, so yeah, it looked like Tamcat did a unique skill animation. I want to know if they did anything with Tam's thing where she shoots the platter and all that. Damn it, Rex hasn't even played FGO today. Well, I tell you, dude, I don't know if it's this event or what, but like we've never had problems testing out new stuff before. You know, either I have it or people in my chat have it, but every day with this event, nobody has any of the stuff, and so it's like no one gives a shit or something. I think part of the problem though is because, like, seriously, normally when there's a new buffed unit or there's a new animation update or something, there's a decent chance I have it on one of my accounts, and if I don't, one of my regulars pretty much always does. But this event focuses on such specific, you know, this the whole idol theme. That's so not up my alley. I basically have none of the characters that are focused on this event. Like, I have like none of them, other than like Ushi, right? And then I guess a lot of my regulars, you know, because, you know, I kind of attract a certain crowd, it's the same deal. So this has been like the first time we haven't been able to test anything. Like every day it's just like, oh, we can't test literally any of the new stuff. We haven't tested MHX's buff, we haven't tested, I think we were able to test Mev's buff, and that was it. And yeah, it looks like literally no one today has either of the units, so we can't even look at the costumes. I'll see if someone random on my support list just happens to have them. Yeah, there's Rex, but no costume. Well, there was MHXA if we wanted to, and she's 5'10", so no, that's that is not really worth testing. Okay, well there is a Tamcat, but not on our friends list. Although we don't really need to see the NP, we really just want to see the attack animation, so we'll see if they did anything with that. I'm assuming that's the costume. Yeah, that's the costume. This event fucking blows, though. I like how he's literally using the costume art, but he's not using the costume. Fucking really. Actually, I'm not sure he is using the costume art. That might be her final ascension. I'm not really sure. It's hard to see. God. Well, I guess we're farming this stage then. See how this goes. Probably 3-turn it with the setup without much problem. It is her costume art? I don't even, dude. Wow, that background crowd looks atrocious, especially when it zooms in. I can't even imagine what the theme is here for what we're fighting. I wonder if they're like toxic fans or something. It's the, you know, ghouls and zombies. Oh, hi, Qingong. It is funny that, like, these units are leveled on this account because they're just units I really, really like. And, you know, they're all grailed and all this crazy stuff. But they actually do work pretty well for farming because they can all 3 NP, you know, they do a lot of damage. And then they're all Chads, so... I don't know if I would consider Gilgamesh as bad. I mean, Gilgamesh is kind of just Gilgamesh. I don't know how to put that one. But Achilles and Gwaine are Bradicus and Cadicus, I would say. I don't know if we need to get Bond. I guess we don't need to get Bond on MHX because, or MHXA, or whatever the hell her name is these days, because there's no missions, just generic ladder. Okay, let's see if we get any better luck with the costume this time. Can't be that hard to find. Okay, there's one. Doesn't look at all these non-craft essences. Very nice. I guess you can actually look up their profile and you can see exactly what they're using, so you can get it that way. I just want to know if they did anything with like her in-between animations or her attack animation with the platter and all that. This is what I get though for having my own Tamcat and not leveling her. I might level her someday, I'm not a big fan of Tam or anything, but her gameplay is actually pretty unique. This is depressing though. Like, I've never had any issues ever, you know, testing out new things. Okay, there's one. Why all the no craft essences though? Okay, he's actually using it. Apparently it's his favorite character too, which would explain the NP5 10-10-10 command codes MLB scope, you know, all that stuff. I can't believe they just added nothing with this event other than the costumes. I mean, that was it. And they didn't even give animation updates. I would rather have had animation updates than... I should not put her in the back. It's really hard to see the character that's in the back, but... Or do slow-mo here and see if there's a new skill animation. I think there was from the anime, it looked like. Yeah, that's not new, but they actually... I wonder what they did height-wise, because, you know, the roller skates. I wonder if she's actually taller in this sprite or not. Okay, that's definitely no. So she should be taller in this sprite, but they don't always do that. Okay, different voice lines. I actually don't remember what's her animation where she throws the platter. I can't remember which animation it is. I thought it was Buster, but maybe not. Is it her extra? Oh, okay, yes, some people saying in chat it's extra, okay. We're gonna have to get lucky then. Normally it's pretty easy to get an extra if you can use your NP, because you only need 2 cards then. But, we can't use her NP, so... We're at the mercy of the deck shuffling. Also, she has multiple platter animations, so even if she has a new one, you might not always get it. So we kind of need a solo, is what we should have done. Ushi's isn't out yet, unfortunately. That one I can do nice and easy, though. Why is the camera different? Oh, it's because of the giant. Because you can see where like she's standing relative to the attack wheel is different than the previous stage, but that's because of the giant. I wonder if that changes if the giant dies. Well, at least they gave her new voice lines and a new skill animation. We'll see if she's got a... So, her platter, though, is appearing and disappearing, I'm seeing there. Yep, see, she got attacked, and she goes into her original flinch animation. Why are they always so lazy? That is so easy to fix. That is so fucking easy to fix, dude. Like, you literally just put the platter in the flinch animation. That's not hard. And they've done it a couple of times. Every once in a while, they put effort into costumes like that. Like, Izo's parasol does not disappear and disappear constantly. He has it when he goes forward and backward and when he gets attacked and stuff, as I think. But they've done it a few times. Like, Fuma's actually, you know, his hat and everything doesn't disappear. But, a lot of them they don't. So many of them they don't. This is not the worst, though. At least, like, sure, this is better than Jolter's and Arthur's. At least when she moves forward and backwards, the platter's not disappearing. As I don't think it was. With some of the early costumes it does, and it looks really bad. You know, see, her platter stays when she's moving forward and backwards. It's not too bad. It still is appearing and disappearing like crazy, but it's not half as bad as some of the ones I've seen in the past. See, how to make it look better, it would be like, after her like attack there ends, and she's jumping back, there shouldn't be a platter. You know, for those frames, it should just not be there. And it should return when she goes back to her just chilling out pose. I like how we keep getting 2 cards, but we can't get a extra. Yeah, that looks pretty weird when she's doing multiple attacks and the platter is just appearing and disappearing. Again, it's not as bad as Jolter or Arthur and stuff. Like, it's significantly better than that. And Siegfried is one of the worst. I think Siegfried is one of their like worst looking ones. But like right there, that doesn't look great. Like, that really doesn't. They should really have her jump through the new skill animation so that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's kind of weird looking. Like, she's blatantly beating them up with the hand that's holding the platter, but then it's just gone, but then it's back immediately. Edge of the stage, by the way. Dude, if any of these stages have William Tell on it, I bet you can get him to go off the stage. Because William Tell, as an enemy, can do his Buster attack multiple times, and he keeps rolling backwards a bunch. And you can have him, like, go out of bounds. Hell, I bet you could... There's probably other servants you could get that if you got lucky. Man, I would really like to get a Brave Chain on Tamcat here, because that's the thing we really want to test. I should have soloed. Well, the catapult's off the stage. Game, you're killing me. I gotta do the least amount of damage possible. Okay, that looks weird. Cause that looks weird. That was an old skill animation, and she basically just gets a new platter, and then it instantly turns back into the other platter. It's like, what the hell? What is going on though with the RNG right now? Game, please. We're on turn 8. I think we're gonna win, and we're never gonna get a 3 cards of Tamcat. And you can see we get 2 all the time, but yeah, we literally didn't get 3 a single fucking time in 9 turns. Pretty lame. Look how little points we're getting. I guess I'm not bringing that many bonus servants, but still, like, that's pathetic. Shin would either do his extra attack or nothing. He'd probably do his extra attack though. Alright, let's try that one more time. If I can find another one. Mev probably won't be as hard to find. Well, apparently no. I've asked a few times. No one in my chat apparently has Mev, so I don't think that one will matter though, because she's exactly the same. Like she has a whip, but she always has a whip. So like I don't think hers would be literally any different. I just like that one person having the costume art but not using the costume. I wish I could click her other things and see if they actually make her sprite taller overall. Especially with some of those skill animations. Okay, we'll solo this time so we can actually see our bloody extra attack. For the millionth time, Ushi's is not out today. Unless I'm absolutely missing something, but it's only 2 a day. You might say that's kind of lame, and I would agree with you. So, they were pretty lazy with this costume, but they were not as lazy as they have been in the past. So at least, oh look, now we get, look at this! Yeah, it's 3 servants are out, the deck is shuffled just like normal, and now we get a fucking Christ, dude. Why couldn't this happen on the other run? Alright, let's see. We'll have to do this a few times though, because like I said, there's more than one platter anyway. I always forget about that animation. That wasn't even a platter, that was the sun. Could you all kill George for fuck's sakes? And no, drain your HP, that makes sense. I don't think I taunt with Leonidas here. Well, the big guy gets 2 actions per turn. Leonidas has 2,000 health though. Yeah, nah, I'm just gonna wait. I guess with Mev, we'll just see if she has new voice lines, because Tamcat does. Okay. And no, the event does not have good stages. Maybe she doesn't do the platter. Maybe that's like their way of getting around it. I bet you we don't have the anti-stun command code, so we'd have to use our skill to not get stunned. Hey, Arjuna. I guess we NP here just because it's effective, but it's kind of bad because we won't get to see our extra attack. There's no way she's not killing them all.
Good morning.
I'm trying to. Oh no, we did. Wow, how did we not kill that one? Okay, that's the old platter. I have a feeling they didn't do anything to the extra attack then. We'll see. The thing is, like, challenge quests are great and everything, but they're standard as fuck, and it's literally one stage. Right? I'm tired of waiting 2 months for one stage. That's, you know, interesting. That looks so dumb! That looks so dumb! I think the worst thing about this costume is when you get attacked. That's definitely what looks the worst. At least they put the tray in when she takes a step forward and backwards. You know, they didn't do that for Jolter and Siegfried and Arthur and a few other ones. At least they did that. Still though, I'm not a fan of the tray appearing and disappearing so much. It's not as bad as it could be, but like, it's back and then it's gone. And then it's back, and then it's gone. They could have at least had her throw that tray in her extra attack. Like, that would not have been hard to do. Hey, Ari. The most, like, noteworthy thing is just the new voice lines, really. No, the tray was there for that one. I think. Looked like it. It's just kind of weird that the one skill animation has the tray and the other two don't. But hey, it's not like super high quality, but it's certainly not garbage like they've done in the past, so. Okay, let's see if we can do Mev now. Yeah, we haven't checked yet, Aaron. We'll do that in just a second. Hey, so far, I haven't seen anyone with Mev in chat, so I don't know if we'll have to get tested or not. We'll see. I think Arjuna. Don't you have her on one of your accounts? I'll take that QP though. Right now, the only costumes that are out are Mev and Tamcats. That's it. It's 2 every day, basically, and there was none day 1. I think Mev's won't be weird though, because I don't think anything like really changes on her costume. She still has the whip, and she always has the whip, so I don't think anything's gonna like get messed up. Wait, there's somebody. I should really make my taunt walls poster girl and then bonus servant, so we're at least getting some points in. Yeah, everyone's got it on NA. Well, I guess her pose is different because doesn't she normally hold the whip in her default pose? So maybe that we will actually have pop in. We'll see. It looks like they at least animate it when they take a step forward and backwards now. What I can't stand is though that they don't go back and fix Siegfried and Jolter and Arthur and all those. Because it's not hard. You literally have to like animate the thing for a frame. Like, oh man, the work though. Okay, they at least, yeah, for the stepping forward and backwards, they've animated the new stuff. Okay, it's still doing the, it's not as noticeable, but yeah, like, That's weird. So she's got like the bag or the purse or whatever, and sometimes it's appearing and disappearing, and sometimes it's not. That's not nearly as bad though as some costumes. Like that's not half as bad. Yeah, I'll put in speed mode until we get our taunts out of here. I literally couldn't tell you if her voice lines are different because I don't know Mev's normal voice lines anyway, so... I don't think we taunt here. Yeah, see, sometimes when she busts out the whip, the purse disappears, but that's not that bad. This is fine, I would say. Certainly better than their original ones. I'll do skill animations in a second. I'm just waiting for my taunts to die. Yeah, it's not bad. You know, I'm not really a Mev fan, so I wouldn't really use it one way or the other anyway, but in terms of like quality, it's fine, it seems. I think the worst costume in the entire game in terms of execution is Siegfried. That one is just, like, it's atrocious. It is so freaking distracting. And Leonidas is still alive. I guess I'll just cast my skill animations in a second here anyway. Yeah, he learned invisible air, and he's just turning it on and off again really fast. That's definitely different. Okay, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. What I wish they would do when they do that kind of thing is, like, just make like a mana, you know, little thing so it's like it's spawning in and spawning out, right? That wouldn't be very hard to do, and it would look a lot better. Because when they have characters that are supposed to have things appear and disappear, that's what they do. Like with, people that summon items or whatever for like a specific attack. That's pretty minimum effort too. The Tan Cats is probably kind of funky. Like honestly, the tray just disappearing and reappearing so often is pretty noticeable, but it's still, I'd say, acceptable. And then this one's totally fine. Let's see how much EMP refund we get here, because we got the art up from the CE. Double crit. You know, not bad, honestly. 71%. That's pretty good. And then you got the 10% from her skill. Yep, Landling was done pretty well, I would say. Izo's is pretty good. You know, he still has the parasol disappear when he attacks, but it's not too bad. Alright, well, I mean, they're not a complete catastrophe. I kind of want to show off Siegfried's costume real quick. Let me switch accounts, because I kind of want to go to my main account anyway, and we can do some dragon testing shenanigans and whatnot. Speaking of which, Zerp last night decided to be a madman, and he started going through all my VODs and documenting the dragon fights and seeing like which servants got how far, and he's got a Google Doc that he's working on of everyone's track record. And when I'll link it here. I tell you though, looking at it, I'm reminded that I really need to I need to redo a lot of these characters because it's obvious they can do better than what like their record there is. So yeah, he's keeping track of their stats and what CE they used, and he's categorizing them by like single target, AoE, all that stuff. So I'm gonna start like doing more dragon stuff. Like, hey, because there are some that are on there that have a really bad track record, and I know they can do better. And yeah, documenting it's pretty fun. I think it could be a really neat thing to do going forward. And yeah, Zerp put in all that effort, so. All right, let me switch to my main and. So any chance anyone in chat? Let's see. What are the units that we haven't tested that have been buffed? So we're looking for like a Grailed. Serenity. I can't remember her fucking name, dude. I haven't slept well in like 3 days, by the way. It's not great. Anyway, we're looking for a Grailed Serenity, and then pretty much anything for, what are the other ones? MHXA. Who else got buffed? I guess Mev, but that's not... we kind of already tested that one, and her buff was for support, so it's not really a thing. Who else got buffed? And then Nido Crisp, but that was like the one we actually did test. So mostly we're looking for Serenity and MHXA. Yeah, Jin has MHXA, but she's not, her skills aren't maxed. We're looking for like at least 10-10-10 generally. I think they buffed her NP and she gets, I think, bonus damage against good, and it's like a lot of bonus damage, so if you are fighting a boss that's good, she's going to completely shred things. Alright, let me go whip out Siegfried's costume. Who knows, maybe since the last time I used it, they have updated it and they have fixed it, but I doubt it. Do I not have it on this account? Did I seriously not buy Siegfried's costume on this account? I'm not surprised, actually, because I'm like, I would never use it. Let me see what its materials are. Anytime I've used it, it's been friends.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like the way his costume looks anyway, and then it's implemented so badly, I would just never use it. Let's see, what does it take? I'll buy that. That's nothing. The only painful part about this is the 3 million QP. Yeah, we've been really struggling to find the new units.
統制風の衣装などなかなか着るタイミングがないが似合っているだろうか似合っているそうかよかった
Yeah, I remember MHX we gave a couple attempts to and she actually did pretty well. I gotta be clear though, that Google Doc, one, it's missing a lot of stuff because, you know, Zerp couldn't find every VOD ever. I'm shocked he found as much as he did. And then some of those units we didn't really give a fair shake. I think you buy, you go to the event shop and you buy it from there, and you might have to unlock it like how I just did as well. But I know they're in the event shop. But you can only get the 2 today, that's it. Yeah, there's plenty that aren't on there. Some of them that I know won, but I guess he didn't, the ones that he knew won, he didn't document because he didn't know what, like, how upgraded they were. Because we know Landling's done it, you know, we know Merlin's done it, you know, Fujino, Billy, all these, but if he didn't find the VOD, he probably didn't know what they had equipped and everything, so he didn't do them. That's why I was like, we need to do the dragon some more and update the stuff. We'll do that today. Wait, I have to actually equip. Wait, you can equip it in here. Oh, here, we'll do this thing. I bet you Siegfried can solo this. They have, like, mild gimmicks. Eh, there are archers there. Okay, let's not be... That's only 5 AP, though. No, I'm gonna do a normal stage, because they won't kill my taunts, I bet. Although these guys couldn't kill our fucking taunts, either. I guess we will do it then. This event blows, dude. One of my least favorite events, like, ever. Especially because it's the collab event, right? And it's this bad. It's, like, so basic. Oh, I think it automatically equipped it because I bought it. Yeah, it did. Oh, he's a bonus servant. Here, I'll at least bring one bonus servant. Let's see, I think... Where's you, MHX? The fuck? There she is. Yeah, she's worth 30%. Although I bet you this stage doesn't drop points, so it doesn't matter. But it's good to have the preset ready for when I do stages later. Where the fuck is it? Oh, excuse me, I haven't updated the screen. You literally missed nothing, or we were just menus, and more menus. Oh yes, good old black screen, Kun. Look at that. Just look at that. I guess Tristan giving them the evade there. I mean, look, it just, oh my god, like what were they thinking with this? Like, watch Siegfried here. Look at it, just boom, and then it's gone. Like, what? Like, it's crazy. That sound effect, though. Like, I just woke Tristan up. And when he gets attacked, if I remember correctly, it appears and disappears too. Dude. Like, how hard would it have been to make the one frame? Like, jeez. Also, they're doing, like, no damage. Maybe their NPs can kill somebody. Bet you Gwen's the last one. They normally do it like that. Did you? I cannot. I guess she's level 40. That's why they're having such a hard time killing her. Should have brought somebody else. Still, though, I mean, she does not have very much health. This is kind of silly. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta put a breathing thing on. Hard time breathing. These animations, though, I haven't looked at her animations yet. Okay, I have returned. Well, he cast his evade again. This is getting really obnoxious. Tristan, please. Probably kill Tristan this turn, even though he's going to NP and kill George. Probably worth it to get that evade out of here. What the hell? What is going on? I actually have not seen her NP animation yet. Guess we'll do that. Let's see, they're both single target. Fuck, I just gave her evade. I shouldn't have done that. I need her to die.
月光大河すなわちルミナス有名信頼なれどもハーモニー我が剣の歌声を聞け海の
I don't even. Weirdly, her normal attacks are more idly performancy, really. Yeah, the hopping thing did not work at all. That didn't work. I probably would not have done that if I were them. Because they don't want to make a custom animation for every character in the game. At that point, it's like, just don't do it. Could you guys attack MHX? Like at all, please?
最果てに至れ限界を超えよ彼方の王よこの光をご覧あれアロンダイトオーバーロード
大番です
I think she has, what, one hit evade? Yeah, but she'll live, because that was the end of the turn. I guess we'll check out our extra attack while we're here. So much evade on the enemies. Is there a BM combo though? I wouldn't even know, because I haven't seen her animations. What? What? So, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, the drum part reminds me of like that old Donkey Kong game where they had the bongos. I don't even. I mean, at least they're committing. Let's see her already up close quick attack. She does have a BM combo. Just 3 busters. Wow, though she doesn't have 2 quicks. They gave her 3 busters, but only 1 quick. That's pretty funny right there, though. Like, if you're gonna make a joke servant, you might as well commit. And some people act like there are no joke servants. We call those people stupid. Okay, back to Siegfried having things appear and disappear constantly.
Summer season 到来。了解だ。
Pretty sure they're all dead. Such shame there.
邪悪なる竜は失墜し、世界は今落葉に至る。撃ち落とす。
Archer Artorias, completely serious servant integral to the Fate canon, absolutely. Man, I wish I felt better today, but my energy level is really low. It's just, you know, I'm sleeping, but I'm not getting good sleep, and I'm feeling pretty crappy these last few days.
運がこちらに。いや、違う。
I've got like that. I'm sure you all know. It's like if you don't sleep well, you know, for a while, your head just. It's not exactly a headache, but it's not. You know, you're not feeling right up there. That's definitely how I'm feeling right now. Makes it tough. Not that, I'll say this though, you know what would be worse? Is if this event was awesome and I felt like shit, right? Because then you're like, oh, I'm missing out, right? You can't all, you know, all be there for something you're like, oh, this is really good, right? But this event sucks, so if I'm gonna feel like garbage, might as well be for this nonsense. But yeah, this has been a real struggle for me this last year. I've been having a lot of breathing problems and it's affected my sleep a lot, and yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm gonna be able to get vaccinated soon though, and once that's done, I'm gonna try to see a specialist for this and I tell you though, man, it has just been awful. It's been like over a year now of never really being able to get proper sleep, and it just sucks balls. I'm hoping I can, you know, if I can see a specialist and we eventually get it figured out and I can sleep like a normal person again, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Okay, let's go mess around with the dragon. Let's see. Okay, so today what I want to do is I kind of want to document the ones that we know can beat it, that we just don't have documented, and some that we think can beat it, but maybe just didn't quite make it. So we want quality over quantity here. The only bad thing is I don't want to have to document Landling and Merlin again. I don't want to do that. I know they can beat it, but I don't want to do that because it's fucking stupid and it takes forever. What I might do is do those off stream and I'll just document it as I go and then give it to Zerp, right? Because I know they can do it, but I don't feel like taking an hour and a half just for Merlin and Landling to beat Dragon, right? Where do we start? Where do we start? I'm seeing all kinds of cowardice, yep. Foolishness even. Ari, give me the look. Landling is faster than the other stallers, that's true. Maybe we do just Landling. We should do Fujino even though we know, no, we'll document Lancers too. It's just you compare them. That's why the Google Doc's nice, because you can look at all the Lancers compared to each other, and some of them will stand out. We'll probably make that a whole stream though, where it'll just be like Lancers versus the Dragon, and we see how far people get. So we won't do that today. Alright, well fuck it, we'll do Landling. I can't believe I just talked myself. There's so many other characters I could have started with that, you know, we know do well here, that wouldn't take so fucking long, but I wish we had an event right now where the interlude costs less. It's so stupid that this costs 21 AP. This game, dude, you know, dailies cost 40 AP. These trash event stages cost 40 AP. Oh man, you could do 3 stages. Oh, ain't that, like, wow, great game, right? Like, it's so fucking dumb. This is why I stockpile apples, by the way. It's like, so when I want to do things, I can actually do them. Oh boy, I hope I can stream Genshin today, but I tell you, I'm not feeling great. The worst, I've noticed this, whenever I'm tired or I have not gotten good quality sleep, like, you know, the back of my head kind of hurts, and when I talk, like, it kind of makes my whole neck get kind of stiff feeling, and I don't know how to describe it, and I have to talk a lot when streaming, and so it's just, it's not comfortable, right? And yeah, it kind of blows. Let's see, I guess these command codes are fine. Off we go. Let's whip out a Raj here, get rid of the Bond CE. I really want to play Genshin today, but I could see, doesn't it come out in like 2.5 hours or something? I could see me just being so beat by then that I might not be able to. What I might do is, like, when it comes out, I might just take a quick break and see if I can recoup a little bit, and then try after that. Oh yeah, Rosh, that's what I need. Alright, off we go. Still 4 hours away? Okay, that's good. Then I'll be able to take a break then anyway. That's good. That's true, the maintenance does normally end early. I'm really excited though for the Genshin update. They're adding bosses and stuff. Look at that, he's got an in-between frame. The only thing I would probably change about Landling's costume, now they don't do this because some people don't want the glasses, but what would make it look better is probably if he had the glasses on all the time. That way he doesn't put them on just to take them off. But at least they don't just like pop in and pop out, so it's not like it's bad. What they could have done is given him 2 costumes, because that takes no work. You could have given him one costume that has the sunglasses on all the time, and then one like this one. Like that's no work. Like, that would not have been a big deal. I don't think anyone would have been mad if Landling got a little bit more attention like that. It's just like Lee got the sunglasses costume. And freaking BB got an extra costume for just having a tan or not having a tan. Like, I mean, come on now. Wait, didn't Masashi get that too? Yeah, Masashi did too. Yeah, I thought so. And I don't mind. I'm not mad when they do that kind of thing. You know, if anything, I prefer it's like, yeah, you might as well give people some extra customization. And because it's a minor thing, it's not hard to implement. You know, it doesn't take like development time. So why not? Also, why am I in slow-mo? I don't really have opinions about tans. A lot of people think it's like a, you know, really attractive or really unattractive, and I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really get it. It's like, I'm not gonna see someone that spent a lot of time in the sun and be like, wow, how dare you? And then on the flip side, it's just a thing. Like, it's pretty minor to me. Not a particularly good hand here because we can't make stars, but whatever. Only Star Wars me, Fury. I mean, you can get a tan without doing all the skin cancer stuff. Although, when you are out in the sun, though, you do need to be careful about the sun giving you skin cancer, too, so... Really, life is just suffering, you know? Beat his ass, Landling, indeed. Alright. So here's something we can do. We could keep track of the amount of turns it takes, right? And you just don't count the turns that the trash are, right? Because sometimes the trash take an extra turn, sometimes they don't. Okay, hold on. I need to look up Landling's kit. I haven't played him in a long time. I gotta try to do my best here. I don't want to, like... You know, we're literally doing this trying to make the record, right? So I need to not suck. I hate that his buff success chance is on his battery skill. That's so awkward. Although, to be honest, on this first turn, I don't really care if we land the buffs from his third skill that much. Like, sure, I'd much rather land them than not, but it's not that big of a deal. So we cast this, because long-term survival. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. And then we'll battery next turn. Hey look, we landed our skills anyway. What I'm gonna do is here, I'm gonna bring up my own notepad and I'm gonna keep track of everything, and I'll just give that stuff reserved. So he doesn't have to hunt through the VOD. But yeah, Landling probably has the best implemented costume in the game. He even takes like the sunglasses off there at the end and everything, right? You know, it is a little weird that they kind of pop in and pop out, but overall, yeah, his is, I think, is definitely the best. You know, maybe I shouldn't have used that at all, because I feel like we probably would have gotten our NP next turn. Well, it'd have been close. Yeah, I might have gotten my NP without it. So we really want... Yeah, we would have gotten it without it, I think. Damn it. That was a mistake then. I don't think it's gonna matter too much, though. I like how Eri put the star bomb on the art card so you have at least a chance of critting, because that's how you go fast. God, his anime cut-in is so good, though. That's incredible, dude. Like, Landling with the, you know, trying to be badass with sunglasses is just 10 out of 10, dude. And yes, you are correct. We are never going to die. There's a reason Lanling can solo this very easily. So I've definitely messed up because that turn we did want to land a star Jin, because again, critting is ultimately how you kill things with him. So this would be harder if the boss wasn't attacking with AoE. Because the boss is AoE, he doesn't hit quite as hard. And even though we're at neutral, you can just see like our damage cut is really getting ahead of the boss here. However, if this boss was single target, you know, and so he's doing more damage, but then he was a Lancer, we'd be right back where we are right now. So, unless it was a Lancer that just really hit hard. Although, Ari, I guess you can tell me, you use Lanling basically every single time there's a challenge quest or main story fight with a Lancer. Has there ever been a Lancer that had normal card damage that was threatening to Lanling? Because I doubt it. Okay, I don't think we use our second skill. I think we save it for when now we can use it with the third skill. Bold of you to assume I didn't bring him to Archer challenge quest. I like how the dragon is the only threatening thing the dragon can do to Lanling is his NP. That's the only thing. That's the only move he's got that'll get through the damage cut. So he needs to do it often enough that we run out of hard survival. But Lanling does NP drain. So the uptime on his NP is just atrocious. Like, we're this far in, and the dragon hasn't even NP'd yet. His other chances, like triple critting. Triple critting could actually, you know, get some progress in, but Lanling has crit down. Alright, we'll wait one turn. Besides, we don't even need it there. 60, 10, 40. We should definitely crit once. And there we go. Ari, imagine they buff Lanling and they give him a star bomb. I hope they never do that because that's just not fair. But the power. I think I'm seriously using my battery skill just for the buff success chance. Like I don't even care about the XP gain at this point. It's not that important. We could I don't know, we probably couldn't face take this one because look at how many NP ups he has. His NP would actually probably wreck our shit here. We might live, but we would definitely take damage. It is weird that people sleep on Lanling though. I've definitely noticed people don't realize how good he is. Because he's not just a tank. He does not just tank and give you utility with like the crit down and all that. He also is giving your team art up, right? He's got some basic art support stuff. That's really good. You know, it gives you attack up, art up, and then he also giving you crit down and NP drain. Like, those are great utility things. Like, NP drain is so nice in challenge quests. So I mean, yeah, Lanling is I think a pretty underrated unit. Where did I put him on my tier list? I don't remember. I would imagine I put him pretty high just because, you know, he does tank and then he has basic hard support. Oh. Fuck, we NP drain. Damn it. We actually messed up a little bit there because now he has even more NP ups and we have one less damage cut. I actually may have just thrown a little bit. Well, let's see how hard this dragon can hit. He has a chance here. I don't think this NP is going to do something. I don't think it's going to kill us or anything, but look how many NP ups he has. I mean, that's going to do something. If I could have NP'd again that turn, we would be fine, but I only have one NP up. Okay, never mind. We are dead. That is a lot of damage, and we still would have died if we had the other NP up. I need to not misplay now. Yeah, that was just so much NP up. that was so much fucking NP up. Gotta take that a little bit more seriously. Landling couldn't do it, shaking my head, uh-huh. Green just needs to not be bad. Okay, I see how it is.
速やかに殲滅します。強くアタック。
Them fighting words.
いいでしょう。
頑張り了解です。
そこです。
切って捨てる。行くぞ。
Hold on one second, I need to bring up my notepad.
主よ、導きを。
Landling, level 100, NP5, 2K foe. Well, what's the CE? Is it Painting Summer? I think it's Painting Summer. And we haven't actually won yet, so I'm not putting what actually was accomplished, but here, go ahead and get that up. Painting Summer, level 100, alright. I don't know if Zerpney wants all the information, but I figure more the better, so...
任せな。
頑張りま。夏の暑さに負けずに。切って捨てる。行くぞ。
That probably makes sense though. I figure if we use the more stall CE, it's just unnecessary. Cause like there are good stall CEs for Landling. Like other ones have damage cut. There's that one that has NP gain, damage cut, all that stuff. But I think he, especially because the boss is AoE, he doesn't need it. So there's no reason to like focus on something that slow.
な了解です。
日の糸聖なる主よ。
切って捨てる。行くぞ。
ご昇乱あれってな。
Okay, I'm gonna use this just for the buff success chance. And hell, it'll get us to 200% when we get the art chain bonus.
夏でも真面目に。
Also maximizes Atlas, and Atlas is rank 10, so it's kind of good to do that.
夏の頑張ります。
On the downside though, we have absolutely no crit chance here.
道を開けよ。
We haven't done Mothman here, but there's no way Mothman would work. This boss just does not have threatening enough normal card damage to beat it. The only bad thing for Mothman here is that the fact that the dragon has a really shitty hit count. But we don't really test rulers here very much because it's just too easy for them generally. Because they're seriously, like rulers and archers are just not noteworthy here because the dragon is AoE. And so the best thing you can do is at least have the dragon do neutral damage to you, right? Because even though his normal attacks are AoE, because he's neutral, it'll kind of be okay damage. Where if you're an archer or you're a ruler, the dragon is doing AoE damage and he's doing half damage. And it's just like, it takes him like 80 turns to kill you, right? So it's not great. We need a different stage that's similar to this for lancers and archers. We don't have one, unfortunately, though. There's always the Dion interlude, but I've never tested it. But my guess, because it's such an old interlude, I bet you that giant ghost just has a terrible attack stat and hits like an absolute like pansy. I don't know, I haven't done it. Maybe the ghost actually hits harder than the dragon, but I suspect he doesn't hit as hard, so. No Lancer has ever beaten the dragon, but some of them have gotten pretty far. Like, two's gotten quite far. Theoretically, one of them will beat it someday because we'll just get an insta-death on them. So there's that. But we'll have a stream sometime where we just do like all Lancers. The whole stream is just throwing Lancers at the dragon and see how they do.
この場合は了解です。道を開けよ。
That's true. The assassin one NPs more often, so that is kind of a thing. I think he has less health. I think he's at like 900k. Everyone, you know, we always call this the million HP dragon, but it's the 1.2 million HP dragon, and 200,000 is actually a lot. So if the ghost is like 850 or 900, and this one is you know 1.2, that's a big difference. It can stun. Okay, that's actually super obnoxious. I really should unlock that. If that had given us her NP, that would have been swell. I kind of want to grab that 50% crit quick. It's not worth it though. It's just that it makes stars, and we have star gen up, and then if it crits, it's even more stars. But like, if you crit and you don't have the Buster card bonus, it's just sad. Case Files is okay. It's paced well, so it's not boring, but it's none of the bosses are they're not difficult at all until the very end. Only the final main story boss is worth a damn, and then the challenge quest. Most of like it's got a lot of like side content and stuff, but it's just all really easy. This is ridiculous though, how long you can stall the dragon from NPing a single time. Yeah, the missions are very easy. It's a mission-based event, but it is so easy. Like, dude, I cleared all the missions like without even trying, like just so fast. The progression curve is very easy. It's not a very grindy event. And yeah, you get to fully Barbatos again. Which was a total meme. Like, they did that on purpose as a joke. Like, that's why they take Barbatos. I'll take 60, 30, 80. We're favored to crit twice. We did, but not with the card that was most likely. See, right now he only has 2 NP outs, and we could base tank it no problem, but not on the previous one. See you, Fury. Good luck, man. Let me know how it goes. So, in terms of like straight design, it's not like this is my favorite costume in the entire game necessarily, but in terms of how it's implemented and it's fitting the character and also being like a mixture of a serious costume that can, you know, be used in the main story and not be weird, but also still having a summer theme for the event that it's from, this is just the best they've ever done, right? Like, you know, you can use this in summer, but you could fight Guadia in this and have it not be like a laughing stock, right? Like, it's just done really well. And it fits Landling really well. So yeah, they definitely did a good job. Let's see, what are other costumes that I really like? When I think about it, most of the costumes they add I don't use. But if I leveled my Landling, I would use this. No question, I would use this. There's several that I like the designs of, but they were like the older costumes that were implemented so badly, so, you know, I don't care about them too much. Like Jalter's. Jalter's, you know, looks fine, but it's implemented so badly, I'm like, yeah. What other ones? You know, same for Arthur's. Arthur's, though, is like totally fine, and I like it, but I like his armor way more. There's nothing wrong with his costume, except for how it was implemented, but because of the armor just being, you know, I'm way. Oh, Caster Gill, that's a good call. I like Caster Gills a lot. I got something to say about that one in a second, though. But yeah, Arthur's looks fine, implemented poorly, but I wouldn't use it even if it was implemented well because I like the armor too much. The one thing I don't like about Caster Gill is it looks totally fine and it fits the character and I like it way better than what he normally wears. But it's so, like, if you look at it's like it's so pasted onto his original like model rigging. You know, his paper mache. Like the pants never move in any way. They're so clearly like just pasted onto the original rigging that it doesn't look very natural sometimes when he's moving around. Right? It looks like glued to him. Right? And it's because, you know, they're lazy with costumes. Okay, now we do the thing. Are you happy, Ari? I didn't cast the invulnerability last turn. I got it. It probably could have face tanked that one though. Fucking NP drains, man. They're easy to keep track of when you're focusing on the game and you're just playing the game. Like if I'm recording a video, all I'm doing is playing the game. Like dude, when I make a video for YouTube and I'm recording the footage, I am not doing anything. I have no music playing, nothing. I don't have YouTube up, nothing. I'm just playing the game and it's pretty easy to keep track of stuff. But holy shit, when you're streaming, it is so easy to forget about NP drains. Let's see. The next NP is not for like 90 turns because it's landling, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast this to just lower the normal card damage we're taking. I'm actually gonna not NP here because he doesn't. The boss doesn't have his thing to drain yet, so I might as well wait. Can we get a crit here? We had pretty good crit chances there. Oh, Amakusa's costume. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. And they weren't too lazy with it. They weren't like super effort, but I like that one a lot. And I think it fits the character well enough and everything. Yeah, I am a big fan of that one. I do like Arjuna's as well. It does have some pop-in stuff though, but it is nice. The thing is, I really like Arjuna's regular Ascensions though, so I don't know if I would use it. Like I like it, I certainly like it, and I would definitely use it if it was a thematic fight. If I made a video of like Arjuna versus the fucking monkeys in like that one challenge quest or something, I would obviously use his costume then, right? Like, I mean, come on, but other than, things like that, where I would probably just use one of his regular ones, because I really like his regular ones. But, Arjuna's got decent style, so... Now, if we could get Hawaiian shirt too, that would be great. It's never gonna happen. I mean, I think it will happen, but they're gonna make us wait so fucking long, dude. They know, though. They even said that they were aware that Ku was one of the most requested servants to get a costume, and it's like, could you then, I don't know, add one? Because, I mean, Ku is one of the more popular Fate characters anyway. Like, he's super popular. Chat, what if they get, oh look, I'm a big Ku fan. He's like my favorite Fate character. But I also like Proto Ku, and Proto Ku never gets any love. I swear to God, is Ku going to get a second animation update before Proto Ku gets one? Like, that is such a slap in the face, because they're such comparable characters, right? Like, how are you going to have regular Ku over there getting buffed all the time and get 2 animation updates, and then Proto Ku is just sitting here like, well, what about me, though? I could totally see them doing that, though. Like, hey, look, we gave Ku a Hawaiian shirt, and we gave him an animation update. Okay, I think I can use my invulnerability and have it come back. The thing is, other than the attack up, there's not a lot of reason for me to actually cast the invulnerability. We're not taking any fucking damage here. But the attack up means we kill quicker. The scary thing would be if he just keeps casting. Yep. If I was the dragon, I would do that every turn. I would never attack Landling. My normal attacks do nothing. He'll always face tank them. I would do nothing but cast that skill. That way Landling gets less NP gain, and if I do get an NP in, it'll definitely kill Landling. So like that's what I would do if I was the dragon. Either that, or if you can like somehow force crits, then I would crit a lot. But that emote fits really well for Baldi. And yes, this is the Metal Sonic theme. Dragon Heroes, what am I saying? Sonic Heroes. Being sleep deprived is great, by the way. I like how we just keep getting so close to getting our NP from our battery, but we never do. And as such, it's not actually helping us very much. Oh, you know what's... Oh man, we might be in trouble actually. That might be the turn that... We might get NP'd here because of that. If we could have NP'd right there, got another drain off, I think it'd be all... It's gonna be close. We're gonna have to go maximum NP gain here. Really though, it's hard for going maximum NP gain to matter. If I was ever gonna go maximum NP gain, I should have done it on that previous turn because the battery would have given me the thing. I think we're okay though. I think we're gonna be like right on the button. I mean, they've definitely given buffs to units that still have day 1 animations and they don't give them animation updates. I cannot believe Joan of Arc and Serenity, though, did not get animation updates. Like, that's just crazy. Okay, I have to get my NP here, and if I do, we're totally fine. Thankfully, we have the art up, and we have decent crit chances. As we don't crit. Okay, we're fine. I think we would have been fine anyway, because we went over by 22, and then however much we hit those for. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've gone over by 33. We were fine there. Well, that was actually calculated. I didn't know it was calculated, but that worked out pretty perfectly there. I noticed a few turns ago we were going to be okay, but we could have fucked up there and gotten blasted. Damn, I so wanted that to crit. Like double attack up. I want to get close enough that I can NP next turn with our battery. It's not even risky. Let's do this. Make sure. It's not that bad to mix in a quick card anyway, just because of the extra star gen. Yeah, he definitely has more. He doesn't have like god tier normal card damage mainly because he doesn't crit a lot. If he could crit more, he would be a very good damage healer for normal cards, right? You know, he's not gonna be on par with like the best of the best or anything, but yeah, he'd be throwing out some pretty nice normal card damage if he could crit more consistently. Oh look, we looped without actually needing our battery skill. I gotta be careful though. We're gonna kill kinda soon. So, I guess I want to work in our quick attack to just remove the buster down so we kill faster. That's the game here, ultimately, is winning as fast as possible. Because we know we're gonna win as long as we don't fuck up our invulnerability. I just like the fact that all the things, like, this is, okay. A lot of things about Landling that people will noticeably be able to, like, you can see this is good. Like, it's very noticeable certain things are good. Like, the art up, the attack up, the invulnerability, the battery, the attack up, the drain. You know, those things are things that people can notice are good. Hi, Zerp. But one of the best things about this, because all those things that I just described lead to, like, good stalling and survivability, you know, the damage cut, you know, these things lead to tanking, stalling, surviving, you know, helping the team out in that way. But why, while doing that, he does crit down, right? Like, that's the thing. If you make a fight go on for a really long time, that's the thing that you're worried about, is random, like the boss, like triple buster critting, because you gave him so many turns, it happens eventually. But he also gives you crit down, so that doesn't happen, right? It's just crazy. Okay, we're about to win. We're very close. Man, I am so exhausted. I can feel it. I'm slurring my words, and like it's hard for me to follow with my eyes like fast motion, right? And that's always a sign of you didn't sleep so good, champ. Alright, gotta be ready to ult F4. Like any second now. You know, I might not NP. I think we just 63k. I think we just gas until we win. We don't need to keep this damage cut up anymore. Like, it's fine. Could you crit though? Bro. I like how we just sacrificed all that to go for crits, because we could have won right there, and then we didn't crit with a single one of them. We should win here. I'm gonna go slow-mo then. 60, 70, or 57, and then we'll go for the crits. We should be fine. I like how we didn't crit at all in the last one, and then we just crit with all of them there. I don't even... Alright, there's our first win since, you know, actually documenting. Alright. So what I want to do is 100 phase, because I know she can beat it. It's going to be hard, and you have to get good luck. You need to figure out the command codes. I remember I did something weird with the command codes, but I already forgot what it was. But there was something really funky you had to do with command codes there for her. The 10 turns is quite a bit, actually. Some people solo in 10 turns, for God's sakes. Luvia? Alright, fine. It's a ruler one, though, so we always have to document rulers separately, because... The test for Luvia is not winning. It's not impressive that Luvia can win because she's a ruler. What is impressive is how quickly she can win. That's the thing we'll have to check on here, because, you know, basically every ruler in the game, I think, can beat this. Actually, I think every ruler in the game can beat this. I don't think any of them would fail. Black Grail. Yeah, I guess Atlas is still fine. Even Himiko, I think, would win. She might struggle a bit, because she really is not a good solo unit, but she is a ruler, so I think she would still be alright. She might need to be a decent NP rank and get a little lucky here and there, but I think she'd be fine. Like, you just don't take that much damage as a ruler. And if a ruler brings the heal boost and heal command code, because they live so long, they get to apply that command code like 9 times. That's so much freaking health, and then their health is worth double because they're a ruler, right? Like, it's just not even fair. That's why that's a big part of why archers and rulers have it so easy here, is the combination of the heal command codes and everything with having your health be so effective is just crazy strong. We're probably not going to fight the dragon too much today, though, simply because I feel like crap. Like, man, I am exhausted. It is very hard for me to form coherent sentences right now. I'm going to need to take a break, especially because I do want to at least attempt to play Genshin Impact later. I'm going to have to take a break in a bit. Have you all noticed that whenever they add a new unit, they keep making it the second banner? I actually wish they wouldn't do that, just because it's not very hype. Right? Like when there's something new, people generally want to see that first, and then the other stuff, right? It's really... Genshin keeps doing that. They keep adding a new unit, and they keep doing 2 banners, and they always do the rerun type banner before the new one. I don't know why they... I guess they're trying to bait, but it's not really bait when people already know what the other banner is. So it's kind of weird. I mean, there's no way they would even know if it helps them with sales, because the game hasn't been out long enough. and they just now started doing it, so there's nothing to compare it to. Like, how would they wouldn't even know if it was, like, good for sales or not. And you know, the specific user, you know, personally, you may well like the rerun more than the new thing. That's totally possible and reasonable. But, you know, it's random, right? So you'd think it's just weird, right? And I keep rolling. What sucks for me is every time they do this, I'm rolling for an old unit. I'm not rolling for the new unit. But the old unit is always part of the banner with the new unit in it. So I always have to wait, like, you know, the 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever. Like, Jesus Christ. Although I don't think they've actually confirmed that Bido is in the next grade up. I'm not sure. Well, this is a pretty abysmal start because we had no stars in there. So that hurts. Thankfully she has a star bomb, but even with our star bomb, we're really not going to make that many stars here. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta check something on Lubia's kit because I can't remember. I don't remember if she has Star Absorb or Art Star Absorb. It's just Star Absorb. Oh my god, we don't even have our NP. I'm just gonna reset. That is such a... Like, I think she'd still win, but that is such a bad start. We have no stars. Our NP gain went really badly. The data miners, which are always correct, said she is. I hope so, because yeah, I only need one more Bido to get that cool constellation of hers, where she gets the lightning damage on her normal attacks when you block. Bido is the only character now, I think that's not been in the story, like, ever. Or at least in a side quest. Right, because, like, Noelle's never been in the main story, but... Dude, fuck this game. Like, just get... I'm wanting to just, you know, give Olivia, like, her best shot, because we're documenting it here, and it's just like, nope, you don't get nothing. Like, Buster cards, thanks, game. I mean, they're in Hangouts, so like, you know, they get screen time, and they either everyone else either has a side quest or a Hangout. Like, Bido is the only person that has never shown up in anything. She's never shown up in a story event. She's never shown up in a side quest. She's never shown up in a Hangout. She's never showed up in the main story. Now, I'm pretty sure he's in an event story or something. Like, I remember him being in something. You know, that book bullshit that you did. Like, I'm pretty sure Bido is the only character. Oh, Rock and Roll, right. I'm getting my characters confused. Yeah, no, yeah, Rock and Roll hasn't been anything either, actually. That's actually weird that she hasn't. She was a new unit, too. Yeah, that's true. Rock and Roll hasn't been in anything either. That's pretty dumb, though. You only have 2 characters that just never get featured in any serious storytelling ever. I'm not trying to get her NP necessarily. I just wanted to get, you know, more NP than she got. She basically got nothing. But Lubia has a battery skill, so actually it's not really that hard for her to do it. And dude, she has 2 art cards, and it's just I'm just Buster. We've been infected by a Herc, apparently. Is this still better than last time, though? Unless we get literally no cards. Okay, we got something. Bad thing is, we killed both of them, and we might actually kill this guy. Crap. I actually have to reset because of that. Well, maybe we get lucky we don't kill him, but there's almost no way we're not gonna kill this guy. Yep. She just does way too much damage. Too strong! Yeah, we can't have Stella the dragon and all that. This is dumb. If she gets a Buster card, I just shouldn't even use it. That's the problem. Dude, I've gotten like a million YouTube comments of people asking what the prerequisite for case file is. Like, do I have to beat Lost Belt 3 or not? I'm like, dude, just go to the wiki and it shows it. Like, why do so many people just not use the wiki? Like, if you want to know something that basic like that, like some things are really hard to figure out and, you know, the wiki's not gonna really help you, right? But like, just knowing what a prerequisite for an event is, just go to the wiki. Like, holy crap. This is so lame. Like, she has such a large... Like, it's better than the other time, but this is still not very good. Like, I don't need my NP, I just need to either be close enough to battery or have enough stars. So we're basically just gonna do nothing on our first turn. I think we kind of have to do that. I guess we'll make stars then? I should have put the quick card last. I don't need that much NP game. I don't know why I did that, to be honest, because we have a battery skill. 14's probably good enough, though. Probably could have like 16 if I done it the other way, though. It just, we're wasting a whole turn right there, where we're, like, our cooldowns aren't gonna sync up as well and everything. Kind of annoying. We got double 100%. How much do I want that crit buff? RNG, let's go. I feel like I shouldn't have done that though, because I just wasted the battery. Although, are we gonna need the battery though? I mean, the boss has a low hit count, so we'll see. That looks so dumb. That looks so... I can't believe she does... That dragon's not evil. We're not counterclassing because we're, you know, rulers, so we're half counterclassing. Normal damage, neutral damage. And the dragon's not evil, so we don't get the evil bonus. And we're still doing that much damage. But that, like, flip looks so silly. Why does her NP make stars? I just don't understand why they did that. Imagine if she had a star gen buff, because her hit count is very high on her NP.
私の宝石たちこれがとどめ
She'd probably make 50 stars. Depends on how big the gain rate would be, but... That was the stupidest time. Actually, if the dragon hadn't crit, I could have used my third skill and would have gotten her NP anyway.
判決ぶっ飛ばしますわそうしますね
So I'm not putting any focus on survivability because we're, like I said, the whole thing with her is trying to win
裁定を
fast.
下します
But we're kind of lost. We gave up a whole turn because of like the beginning part with not having a lot of stars. So let's see how this ends up. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta be ready to close the app. She might even kill next turn.
打撃戦の用意は
You know, she's probably gonna kill next turn. Oh yeah, no, she's killing next turn. She actually killed so fast that I'm wondering if I should have brought default. I think we might be able to win with default before our buffs wear off.
宝石の声を聞けばよいのでしょ我が
Imagine winning this fast when you're not doing counter class damage and you're not in your niche. That's the thing I gotta stress is she's not in her niche.
我が天秤に祈りなさい
Because her niche is, you know, literally any opponent that is evil, which is very common.
え
I don't understand why they gave her an upgraded NP. I don't get it. I'm ready to alt F4. I'm got my fingers on the buttons.
裁定を下しますこれはあなたの善の軽さ
I'm curious when we do get a lot of data on
あなたの
archers.
罪の重さ
That's why I want to keep track of their kill, like their speed.
覚悟はできて
Because although it's not interesting to do this with a ruler or an archer, I'd be so fascinated to see how fast Luvia is going in comparison to an archer. So what's super fucked up about that is not only did she just kill, and we had that wonky turn at the start, but she didn't even use that art crit and extra attack that she had, and we had art up and attack up and crit up, so that, and the first card buster bonus too, so that art crit would have been really big. All right, we'll do one more. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me document that one. So let's see. That was Luvia, level 100, NP5, 2K foe, right? Am I right? Is Lost still here? Was she 2K foe? I'm assuming she is. I'd be kind of shocked if she wasn't at this point. And then it was Black Grail, MLB. I'm assuming 100. I don't actually know if it was 100 though. I think Lost might be at work right now, so he's probably kind of dipping in and out. I'm gonna list it as Black Grail was 100, and I can always fix that later if it wasn't. I'm assuming Lost is pretty on top of things, so I'm gonna assume it was 100. If it pops up again, I'll just click it and look. Oh fuck, what turn was that? I forgot what turn was that on. Was it like turn 8 or turn 9? It was. What's fucked up is the first 4 turns or the trash mobs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 8. I'll list it as 8, but I can check the VOD to be sure. What was Landling? Was it like 29 or something? Landling was 28? Okay, I'll put that on there. That's funny though, Luvia could win 1 turn faster if things had been a little bit better at the beginning. And 4 of those turns are from the trash mobs, so that's pretty wild. That's definitely that's why we need to test archers though, is because that's kind of the way to compare them to rulers, is how do the rulers keep up on time compared to the actual counter class. That's quite interesting actually. The only archers that generally have like a hard time soloing it are ones that are lower rarity, like lower rarity ones, and sometimes AoE ones. AoE low rarity though, that's actually worth testing for archers. All right, let's do one more, and then I think I'm gonna take a break because I am pooped, man. I've done it with Emiya several times. He might even already be on the list. I've got a YouTube video of doing it with Billy, so we could just use that. However, that was like before command codes and stuff. You could switch around, so we can definitely do better than the video. So I'll do Billy at some point. What we'll probably do is we'll have a day where we just do Lancers, and we have a day where we just do Archers. And then 100 Face, she was like one turn off from winning, so I know she can do it. But I don't want to do that right now because it'd probably take a few attempts because I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna bring the right command codes on the first go and that kind of thing. She's gonna need a good run. You're gonna need to bring the right stuff and you're gonna need a good run. So I'm not gonna do that just this second. What's something kind of not Virgil's kind of a fun one. We don't have like the best command codes though. We want to get when we're documenting people. I want to try to give them their best shot. That way I don't have to go back and do them again if I can help it. Any chance Truck Kun is here? I wouldn't mind doing Okita. That's super random, but like, why not? Tam, oh fuck that. Fuck that. Like, oh, just do one more green man and just make it Tam. You know, that's real quick. I could test one of my units, because then I can give them... I can give them command codes and everything. Yeah, it's level 100. William Tell. I mean, if Adachi's still here, I guess we could do it, because he is a 3-star, but... Wait, no, we should save it for when we do Archer stuff. We'll do a lot of Archers in one go. I am interested to see how he does. I think it's gonna be bad. We'll make sure we do him and then Robin, right? We'll do both because they're obviously directly compared to each other and all that. So I want to do one of my units. God, Da Vinci, shut the fuck up! Oh my god, it is so distracting. That's a very good idea, Ari. I'll do that later. I may not do it today just because I'm like brain shot, but I will definitely do that. That's a very good idea. All right, who do I want to test here? Preferably not a Lancer or an Archer. We'll save those for later. Needs to be one of my more upgraded units then. It's Sanson time. Oh boy. This is not gonna go well. I've actually beaten this with Beowulf before off stream, but it's RNG based. It's not something you can do super reliably. You need a couple of turns to go pretty well, but it is possible to beat it with him. And mine's only level 90, I think NP2? So if he was level 100, you could probably do it pretty reliably. Alright, I gotta think about what my turns are gonna look like. Oh, looks like the command codes are gonna have to put in a lot of work. We can't... Sanson is bad enough that, like, you can't afford any unoptimal stuff here. We're gonna have to be as optimal as possible. Hold on, we gotta take some command codes off other people. Because of course we do. This game is fucking stupid. Can't just switch the command codes like, you know, CEs. Gotta hunt down every fucking unit in your goddamn inventory and figure out who's got the command codes on. This is so fun when you're sleep deprived. I cannot believe we haven't changed this UI yet. It's just unacceptable. It's not even hard to fix. And like, I feel like they're trying to make a completely revamped UI that's gonna be all fancy and for the team screen. But in the meantime, like I said, just do a band-aid fix. It's not hard, like, good lord. Like, being able to just switch them from one server to another would make it so much better. Cut the animation and let you switch from one server to another. Problem solved. Like, yeah, eventually you probably do want to make it changeable from the team screen, but in the meantime, no one's gonna bitch if you just do that. What I'll do when we go to test Lancers is I'll just say, everyone in chat, you know, if you got a Lancer you want tested here, put it in your all slot, you know, and I'll do the whole invite thing. And then so we'll test who we can test, right? If we don't have them, we don't have them. But if whoever we got, we'll test slap him on the document, and I'll test mine, you know, the stuff that I got. We'll do Zaw's Canis versus my Canis, right? We'll see. We'll have to do them both a couple of times because RNG is gonna matter. Because I think my Canis and Zaw's Canis are so close in like value, and you know they're different in a few spots, but on average the difference between them is gonna have nothing to do with them, and it's gonna have to do with who just got luckier. So you're gonna have to use them multiple times. I might even do that off stream because they get pretty repetitive. Because you'd have to use both of them like 6 times, and that's kind of fucked. Oh, Moriarty. Alright, I'm thinking anti-dragon for Buster. That's probably the only choice here that's easy. Heal boost on quick, for sure. The question is, where do I put the heal? Heal boost is a no-brainer for him, though, because it applies to his skill and the command code. I mean, that's just a complete no-brainer. It's good in long fights anyway, and it's just, I mean, there's synergy with Sanson. That's his only chance, really. I almost want to give him default Mystic Code, because I could have it applied to that as well, and I might be able to go around the wheel. But Atlas, well, wait a minute. Atlas sucks for Sanson. His two of his skills do nothing. The dragon's not evil or a human. Oh god. Oh god, why is Sanson like this? We have one skill. We have one skill. I'm pretty sure we gotta use default then. I don't think we can use Atlas. Like, Atlas does nothing. Okay, well, I'm gonna go, I guess, on art. What do we put on this one? We have our own debuff clear, but our heal is not necessarily going to be up at the time to sync up with it. But I don't really like the idea of bringing a debuff clear command code. There's just too many turns where you're not going to use it. I could do the remove... I wonder if the Amakusa mask, I wonder if that one's worth it. I'm not gonna... The only busters that really matters is the NP. But, I mean... Our NP is our only good thing. I don't know if that's worth a card slot, though. Because I could do another heal that we could use over and over again. I could use just, you know, more damage, more Stargin. More Stargin is more crits. It's 10%. I mean, that adds up. I don't want to use the Arjuna one because it'll eat the heal boost sometimes. And I think we're going to have to min-max our heal boost. So if it ever throws it off one time, it's kind of bad. I could use a Star Bomb, though, that's not the Arjuna one. So, occasional 10% damage on our Buster card, and occasional 10% on our NP versus 2 stars pretty consistently. We don't have a crit up skill. I'm gonna do the Amakusa hat. I think it's okay. I know Sanson's not gonna win. Like, of course he's not. I really hope he can get at least slightly farther than people are going to expect, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So for the record, my Sanson is not 2k foe yet. He's very far along though, but he's not quite there. I'm actually working on him again though. I haven't given him 2k foes in a long time, but I'm giving him to him again. So we're going to get that done. I don't think I've actually given him any yet, but I will, like, starting with this event. Oh yeah, I need a Rosh. It's just so depressing that Sanson does not ever get to 10k attack, no matter what you do. Because he's only missing like 400 attack from foe, and that won't get you to 10k. And he's a 2-star. He's one of the only 2-stars that can't get to 10k. Like, even if you go completely ham with the upgrades. Alright, Sanson, wait a minute. Gotta fix that. Fucking Ishtar, dude. I can't believe I got her twice before getting Calamity Jane once. I was like, yeah, I'll roll for one Calamity Jane. That's nothing. It's just a 4-star. And it'll be nice to kind of give her, good gameplay, because her gameplay's fun. There's no big deal. Nope. What a bad idea. If I could have seen the future, I would not have done that. But, see, I'm quite a bit lower on SQ right now than I would like to be. That's why I'm not using my summon tickets. Like, normally I throw out my summon tickets at random, and I save my SQ. But because of Calamity Jane and not Virgil, those two bastards, saving all my summon tickets now. The only reason I haven't leveled my Karna is just because I have several friends that have Karnas that are so much better than mine. And he is a 5-star that has insane skill mats. Like, I love Karna. He's awesome. One of my favorite characters. His animations are my favorite in the entire game. But his skill mats are horrible, and I don't really feel like using 120 million QP right now. And yeah, I don't have 216 proofs. I literally don't have those, right? So I'm like, well, I'll just use my friends because, yeah, I'd rather not go in the whole of QP and hero proofs. If I ever get access hero proofs somehow, and if they ever do another event like Summer 5, if they ever do an event like Summer 5 again, where you just get so much QP, I'll probably level them then. Because I really like Karna, and although mine will probably always be inferior to like my friends that have them super upgraded, I like him enough that I really would like to have my own. Not particularly good opening hands here. Man, Sanson is so cool. For God's sakes, give him an animation update. And he's never gonna be meta. He's never gonna be meta. But if you could just give him a basic buff, like give him a battery or a buster up or, a star bomb, just something, right? Give him something basic on his other skills. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be fancy, but just something. At least we get some stars in here. Yeah, give him 30% Stargen when he's got no hit count. Kojo's not really meta. I mean, Kojo's meta if you're doing 1 to 2 stars. If you're like, 1 to 2 stars, let's go, then Kojo's meta as fuck whenever you need an assassin DPS. Or a star bomb. He's good for both. But if you're doing 1 to 3 stars, or 1 to 4 stars, or God help you 1 to 5 stars, then he's not meta at all. Like, his skill set's great. His skills are fucking phenomenal, but his stats are shit for a DPS. Now, if he's Grailed, he can be somewhat meta, but he's still, when he's Grailed, he's not gonna keep up with, like, Kama and Jack or anything. But, I mean, he's fine. If you like him, you can make him work, of course. But, yeah, being a DPS as a 1-star is very rough. Is there a world where I evade? No, there's no world where I evade here. Like, the sooner I use stuff, the sooner it comes back, which is good, but that ain't gonna work out. Okay, we're gonna... Do I attack up, or do I try to attack up when we've got the Buster defense down? I think we attack up now and try to get it again. Like, can we live that long, though? It's a 13-turn cooldown. I don't know if we're living that long. Sanson's not that tanky. If he had a defense up, then, maybe, but... Okay, we need the heal boost. Trying to get smacked. The dream is we use just the heal command code on this next turn, and that stabilizes us, and then we can wait a second to use the other stuff. We do want to use the other heals quickly, though. The sooner we use them, the sooner they come back, so... Yeah, he's gonna die on the second NP at the latest, but he might die before that. That's kind of my worry. Okay, I kind of need to... I think we use our skill heal so it comes back after we get debuffed by the NP. That means I kind of want to not use my art card right now, which sucks because I'm wasting the cooldown, but there's kind of no way to hit everything there. That was really unlucky. The boss didn't NP up once, so I took more damage and I can't get my top hat thing off, so that's kind of lame. God damn it. Ugh. Not a good start. Dude, I'm just restarting. That's stupid. He's attacked 6 times in a row. He almost never does that, and you know Sanson sucks, so that's like the fuck. Like he attacked 6 times in a row, and he crit, no NP buffs. Like brah. Dragon's over here tryharding on Sanson. Feels bad. I know we're not gonna win, but I want to get at least a decent, you know, one of the better runs I can get out of him. Is the idea. Yeah, I remember when we used Ziggurat and he just like he crit like crazy and he just attack, and Ziggurat died like crazy fast. It was stupid. But that is a real advantage to having crit down, is you don't have to worry about the crit so much. Now, the attacking 6 times in a row, that's just bullshit RNG, but yeah, Sanson's a hard boss, clearly. Now, if the dragon was human and evil, we might still lose actually, but you know we'd get something done. So we're gonna make less stars than last time, because last time we got the star bomb. Though we got a crit, but that's not gonna make up for the star bomb. Yeah, I love Arash's animation update. There is one frame though that they messed up where his sprite randomly turns around backwards and then immediately turns forward again for like no reason. I've actually seen a few animation updates that that's happened to. They normally patch them eventually, and I haven't really checked to see if they patched it yet. But I don't know how that keeps. I've seen like 3 or 4 animation updates recently where that's happened, where some of their attacks will just like reverse their sprite randomly for like half a second, and not even. It's like a frame. Like if you go through like an editing program, it's literally a frame, which is not even close to a second. It's actually in my Arash animation update video and my Arash Caesar solo video, if you like really carefully. Actually, I think for one of the frames, just the way the editing worked out, I was able to cut it out. I literally cut the frame out where he was backwards. I think for one of the, I think it happened twice though in the Caesar video, and I couldn't cut them both out. I think. I can't quite remember. Okay, that's a better start. We're not getting absolutely destroyed here. I could do the heal boost for this heal, but I don't think I need to. Sadly, we're applying the Buster defense down after our Buster card, but it lingers. The bad thing is I didn't apply heal boost again. I probably should have applied heal boost again. Thankfully, he's not beating the hell out of me. Kind of fucking it up with NP gain right now, but yeah, he just triple attacked, so that was a pretty big oof. I kind of need to save my second skill for when he NPs, which is unfortunate. I would have really liked to have used it early and then gotten it back, but it's kind of too late for that. We can use the heal command code again next turn though, so that's something. Okay, that's lucky. As much as I'd like to get rid of another NP up and set up my NP to do more damage next turn, I think I want the bigger heal. I guess I could have not done the Buster attack, but I don't think that would have been right. Yeah, I've only got one of the defense downs for my NP. Kinda sucks. I will say, I really should try to find a way to use my first skill early. I mean, this is nuts, having not used my first skill yet. Like, that's not good. Like, that really is. I could do my NP after, but because it itself does the defense down, I don't think I want to do that.
分かったよ。ラモール、エスポは。
Oh, Medea is way better than Sanson. It's not even close. Like, Medea's got problems, but you know, she still does things that are so useful that she's good regardless. Oh boy. I want to take that 50% crit. We're not using our top hat, but... Can we crit, man? Shit! That was a bad turn. It's like in double heal boost. Very unfortunate luck with the crits. If I had crit earlier, I could have my NP right now. Man, we're gonna have an awkward turn where I can't heal. We might die right before I can use this heal. Okay, actually quick chain here. Yeah, we're gonna be one turn off getting a bunch of health back and we might die. It's gonna come up to if he decides to attack a lot or not. Well, we're gonna die. Oh, fuck you, game. That's so lame. If he hadn't done that, if I could have just lived one more turn, I could use the heal command code and the Mystic Code heal, and that would have bought me enough time to use my second skill, and I would have at least lived to the second NP. Damn it, that sucks. Like, we're one turn off from this thing. Let's see. We want to do the most damage we can in one turn here. Guess that. Well, I mean, he did kind of okay for what he is, you know, but we could definitely do better than that. Only getting to use my skill once is really bad. I mean, we basically were almost like a vanilla stat stick. We used one skill one time. Alright, 768. Let me see here. I can definitely do better than that, though. We'll give him another chance later. I'm not sure it's worth keeping track of NP rank on low stars. Kind of a given there. NP5, but I'll do it anyway. 1.6k foe. Golden Sumo, 100. Oh, that's depressing. Typing in 768k there, that's not great. I think if things went well, he could probably get it to maybe about 700k, maybe even a wee bit lower if you got lucky with crits and stuff, but about 700k I think is about the best you're gonna get out of him. Yikes. That is such a yikes. You know, I'm feeling a little bit better now, actually. I don't even know why. I guess I'm just waking up some. I kind of want to do a few more. I kind of want to do some units that are applicable to Sanson here. Like, you know, Curse Arm, Phantom, that kind of thing. Any chance, Tadashi, you're still here and you can slap on some command codes that are, you know, worth a damn. Let's see what we're looking at stat-wise here. So, very similar to Sanson, actually. Almost exactly the same. So hopefully he's here and we can get command codes, because that's super similar. It's 98 instead of 100, but yeah, it's super close. do I just list it as 1.6k foe, or do I list it as 1.58? Like, is that, it's so close to 1.6, I kind of want to just list it 1.6 for, like, simplicity's sake. Or are we gonna get really technical here? It's more text, right? It's a good bit of extra text, but more scientific, I suppose. Let's see. I'll see what CE and everything he does if he's still here. Yeah, he's here. Feels good. Medea solo. Yeah, it's fair. Listed as 1.58 and let's Zerpicide. Fair enough. Alright, we'll see what we get. What's this? If we do use this CE, because this is a perfectly good CE, what is it called? I know it's a Christmas one, but I have no idea what it's actually called. It's like the first, though, easy to get CE that's good for quick, though, for God's sakes. Traces of Christmas. I'll never remember that, but I'll list it here. I might change. I might change it. I'm gonna go and type it in just in case. That's what we use. I'm glad we're starting to keep track of this. I feel like that we've wasted so much time not keeping track of it though, so we have so much catching up to do. But this will be nice. Alright, let's see what Dadachi's going with. Nothing yet, but he just logged in. Okay, we'll give him a second here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put him in the CE level yet because he might change some stuff. He might switch out some things. So this is very applicable to Sanson though. They're both 2 stars. They're both assassin. They're both single target. Like they're completely in the same thing. The difference is Curse Arm gets to use his skills because he actually has skills. However, Sanson has an upgraded NP. And I mean, not only does Sanson have an upgraded NP, his NP is just better. Like it's just better because it does a nice juicy defense down that lasts 3 turns, right? That's a thing. That's quite relevant. Curse Arm don't do shit with his NP, so. How did Kojiro do? I can't remember. I'm sure he did better than Sanson there. I bet you. Let me actually check the doc because I'm sure Zerp got that because that was a more recent one. Let's see. I think he's got him by class. He's got it by S. Look at this. He's got AoE, Berserker, and class. Everything beautiful. All right, I love this. Kojiro made it to. Kojiro, who is a 1-star, made it to 543k. That is a very significant amount farther than Sanson, and Sanson is higher rarity. And Kojiro didn't have a level 100 CE, and his CE is not even as good. It's stupid. By the way, I can see Zerp typing right now. By the way, he's doing some Jinkei stuff. That's great. But yeah, fucking Kojiro has a worse CE, it's not as leveled, and he got farther than Sanson, and he's a lower rarity than Sanson. That is brutal, man. I changed the CCs? Okay, let's see what we got here. Alrighty, we are rocking what? We've got a 82, so it's quite good. It's not quite a third to 100, but it's quite good. And then 1.58 or whatever the nonsense. Very comparable to Sanson though. His CE is a bit worse, but that's about it. But he's also just a way better unit, I think, so let's see what happens. I will give this to Sanson though. Sanson could have a better run and he could get a bit farther, but he's never going to keep up with even Kojiro. Yeah, I think Kojiro can definitely get farther as well, because his CE was nothing fancy, and whatnot. So I could definitely see Kojiro getting a bit farther. I don't think he can win though. I mean, 300k is quite the block to get through, so he's not quite, you know, that good. Yeah, right now 100 Faces best was 45k, but yeah, she can definitely win. I'll have to mess around with it, but she can definitely win. This is awesome, man. I can't wait to test out more. And what I really like about this is it makes the AoE people like feel less lame because you can just look at the other AoE people and you can so easily see how they're sizing up, right? So that's really nice. I like that.
貴様らのろまに見切れるか。
強くアタック。はい。
は、お任せを。
Yeah, I'm big grateful to Zerk here.
では行くぞマスター。申し訳あ。
We do need to find another boss though for other classes and stuff, right? And you know, the dragon is mostly for long-term stuff, right? We do need a nice standardized boss for burst. That's been kind of difficult to find though. Well, this is a shit hand.
行くぞ。はい、行くぜ。ふう。はい。
Yeah, Guadia I gotta make an account for, so we'll get around to that at some point. Fucking Hot Wheels beating Guadia is just nuts. Like, dude, the list, if I really do would love a Guadia list, because the list for night classes that beat it will be so small, but anything that makes it on there is just gonna be like really proud. Because right now it's Ku, Hot Wheels, Super Orion. I want to say there's one other one maybe, but yeah, it's pretty fucked. And then you get a super like gold star if you beat it without having the 3 units as filler at the start. That's a real accomplishment there, especially for night classes. Cause it's not too, it's doable by cavalry classes, but it's quite rough. But for right now I'm not sure any night class can do it. Do I want to waste my heal there? Probably, because we still have protection from the wind. I'll grab the stars. It crit too, so even more stars. Yeah, that's the problem. Guadia just hits night classes for so much because he counterclasses them, so he does massive fucking damage to them. And Guadia just has a really high attack stat anyway. Guadia's normal card damage is much higher than most bosses. It is nasty. And then he again does double damage to night classes, so he just deletes them like they're nothing. So if you put up a 2k damage cut, it's like, yeah, it's better than nothing, and it might buy you a turn, but it's not gonna make you do super great. I know Beastly has not like sat down and really tried, but he said Fujino has done quite well against Guadia, and it might be possible, but he's not sure if she can do it or not. Because she's kind of a slower unit, and that's a very bad fight for her because of that, because that's not a good stage to go slow on, because Guadia just does so much damage. You can afford to go a bit slow if you're a cavalry class. If you got a tanky toolkit in your cavalry class, it's fine. Like, you can make that work. But if you're a fucking knight class, it's just not gonna happen. That's where it's just not really fair. Like if Landling was a cavalry class, he could do it. But because he's a knight class, he can't fucking do it. Like, no way. Do I cast our Star Bomb here? I think I do. I don't. Let's see. If I get good crits. Well, no, okay, yeah, we got 100%, so we'll do a crit up. Do I take the 40% or the Merlin with 30%? The sooner I use Merlin, the sooner it comes back. But I mean, 10%, and we have the crit up thing. This is actually a very tough call. The dream is you do the 30% and you get lucky and it crits anyway. I'm gonna just pretend we're not gonna crit with our second card no matter which one I pick, because that's more likely. And so I'll take the ENT gain. Just use Necromancy, easy. There is always that. Wow, we crit. Okay, well, very good start for Curse Arm. Really couldn't ask for a better start. Gotta line up our skills, got our cooldowns going. Wow, this is not even fair. If there's ever a unit that... Okay, so here's the thing. If you use a regular evade, that's not really good for you, right? Because the evade's gone, and you didn't even use it for anything, right? But with the lingering ones, you don't care if you do it then or later, right? So, yeah, really good start for Curse Arm here. What do I do? I'll do that. We just failed a 90% crit. The Cosmos gotta take us down a peg. Oh, good thing we This is working out very well for him right now. More stars. This is so tricky. I don't want to waste that heal, but it's a 60% crit chance, and quick chaining is nice. I'll go for the refund, I guess. Yeah, I'm ready to hold F4 in case we insta-kill. We've only ever insta-killed the dragon once ever, so that's like we've done this fight so many times. Probably no stage in FGO I've done more than this. Is it worth it to crit up here? I would say yeah, we got decent crits here. I almost didn't go with the Merlin one because we might get our MP without it, but I figured it'd be safe. Yeah, we could have gotten it without it, but if we didn't crit, we wouldn't have, so... Bit of an oof right there. Good to use our heal though. Yeah, his extra attack is also very like canonical, because in the visual novel that is exactly how it's described. You were lurking in that stream. Good old Gramps. Did it with a normal attack too, not even his like good insta-kill chance. Come on, give me some crits here. Got 90, 80, 80, we have crit up. Damn it. He's definitely not going to keep up with Kojiro though. We might need the heal boost command code, we'll see. It might be the thing that lets us like link our skills together an extra time. I like how our Buster card has failed to crit several times, and we only have dragon damage when we crit. Well, this is pretty unlucky. Dragon critting the shit out of us, and he has no NP ups. This is very unlucky. The dragon has been like he has no NP ups. That is crazy rare. It's only been 2 turns though, but still, that's kind of some bullshit there. Well, I guess we heal, but probably gonna die next time we're vulnerable. We'd like to get one more protection from the wind up. Well, it's a mixture of I was literally younger back then. I mean, 3 years is enough time to, you know, change a person's voice, and you know you're going to see some age there. And then yeah, the mic's different. The big step I need to make now, I need to get some of that like soundproofing stuff in my room, like just some, like just so I get less reverb, because my mic has a lot of reverb. It's not because of the mic actually, it's because I'm in this giant room with massive ceilings. So yeah, the reverb is kind of nutty. Are we gonna lose to Sanson? That's kind of shocking if we lose to Sanson. They both got... Sanson didn't get good luck, but he didn't get like the worst luck. Sanson was also on the right on the edge though of lasting a good bit longer, where we started off with very good luck on Curse. Like that first turn was great luck, but I mean look at this, it's turn 12 and the dragon has no buffs, which means he's just been attack, which that's not good. Maybe he'll finally buff this turn and we live one more. So then I think protection from the wind comes back. Nope, we're dead. Okay. Wow. Actually, we did better than Sanson, I think. Like by 2k. No, actually, we did worse. Sanson was 768. We're 776. He absolutely can do better than that, though. That was messed up at the end there. Let's see. Traces of Christmas was what, level 82? I'm surprised though that, you know, again, we have to use them both a few more times to kind of get a better understanding, but there's probably going to be a real, like, when I do finally get that soundproofing stuff set up, I'm probably going to sound pretty different again, because honestly, the reverb has a very big effect on what I sound like. That's actually a huge part of why my old mic sounds so different, is because it doesn't actually really pick up the reverb. And it is in a lower quality mic, so it just sounds different. So those, when we get the soundproof stuff, if I can get enough soundproof stuff up to make a difference, I'll probably sound pretty different again. I'm throwing everybody off. But I've gotta get the soundproof stuff. I mean, it sounds like the reverb is just awful. Like, it just sucks. And you know, at this point, I make my living through streaming, so I really should fix that. So it's not like listening to an ice pick, you know, on ice. I also I'm eventually gonna need to get a better mic at this point. We're getting to the point where I should get a better one and that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I should probably stop now. I'm getting, you know, I'm pretty pooped and it's hard to talk and everything, so I'm gonna go relax for a bit. I'm gonna try to come back when Genshin goes live and check out the new bosses and stuff. I can't 100% guarantee it because I might just feel like absolute garbage, but I'm gonna try to recoup and get that in there. But this was really fun, actually, and kind of in place of, with how shit this event is, it's nice documenting some dragon stuff. I'm really looking forward to doing more of that. We're pretty behind, but we'll get there. Next, Mike Green sounds like Goofy. I don't think that'll ever happen, but, you know. Alright, let's raid somebody, I think. So I'll probably be a little while before I would stream again. Whenever Genshin goes live, really. We'll hit up, Kadroth. I think he's playing NA. Alright, boys, thank you for hanging out. We'll check out the costumes tomorrow, because there'll be 2 more. There should be 2 costumes a day. We'll see what that... I hope Ushi's is soon, though, for God's sakes. Anyway, yep, I will see you all tomorrow, and for those for Genshin, I'll be hopefully back in a few hours for that. And, have a good one, everybody.